So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that the mid-season patch absolutely sucks. And that being said, though, I am a little bit optimistic about Season 4. Now, what they talked about in the mid-season patch was, the Gauntlet and some balance changes. Some of their, they're bringing in some new legendary powers. But, the legendary powers they're bringing in, like Metamorphosis, I was really excited for this because, it gives Necromancer a lot of mobility. But now they're putting a 6-second extra cooldown if you use Metamorphosis, which is the increased dash range. Which, I don't understand why. Why can't they just give us a good mobility option? Why does it have to not be that good? Okay. And then, Barbarian changes, right? Like, they talked about how they think Charge is a little bit too strong. But then they didn't even mention Overpower, which Overpower is killing the tankiest mob in the game. 4-man Duriel, it's overkilling Duriel by, a factor of 10. And, they're not even going to mention it when they're talking about balance. Okay, that's kind of concerning. For the Gauntlet, every build in the game right now is absolutely crushing Nightmare 100. The best builds are going to be one-shotting everything at Nightmare 100. The worst builds are going to be 2 or 3-shotting everything at Nightmare 100. And Blizzard wanted to add leaderboard content. Okay, cool. The leaderboard content is Nightmare 70? Why? I don't understand why it needs to be Nightmare 70. Why can't it scale? Why can't, whatever. Maybe it's not for me, right? Maybe it's... You guys let me know if you're excited for it. For me, I think the Gauntlet's is super lame. It's like in D3 if they had T16 speed farming. Who cares, man? That's not interesting. Pushing greater risk, doing really hard content, optimizing builds to the degree where they can do really hard content. That's cool. Speed farming super easy content? Not that interesting. And I do want to point out something, I don't know if other people are going to talk about this, but the nerfs to the Construct. The Construct, if you don't know, had this mechanic where it could infinitely scale its damage, which was kind of funny. And it was kind of a unique little thing that existed, but it wasn't viable, it wasn't useful. But Blizzard removed it. And, I get it, you don't want an infinite scaling bug in the game, and maybe they're worried about it with the Gauntlet, but it's just a funny little thing that wasn't practical but was kind of quirky. I don't understand why that had to be removed exactly. And, I'll give you guys another example of a change that I don't understand. So, with Necromancer, we used to run Death's Reach in every single build, which was a passive that gave us 12% damage. Not every single build, but Bone Spear, Bloodlance, Bindelled Minions, etc., right? It was just a 12% damage multiplier. And they wanted to add movement speed to our skill tree because Necromancer doesn't have any movement speed. Okay, great. And if you don't know, if you're not a Necro player or you haven't done a lot of theory crafting, Necromancer has this problem where our skill tree is just too contrived. If you want to play a blood build, you just pick all the blood passives and then you're out of points. If you want to play a bone build, you just pick all the bone passives. Necro needs more passives so you can actually have options for what to do. So they wanted to give us a new passive. Okay, cool. That'll make the skill tree more interesting. Instead, they replaced Death's Reach, which was used in, like I said, a lot of these builds for 12% damage, so now we're losing that. And at the same time, the new passive gives 12% movement speed, which is going to be played in every single Necromancer build for every single form of content. So they actually removed a little bit of variation and added something that was mandatory. Okay. And at the same time, nerfed a bunch of our builds for no reason. Okay. I just don't understand. But I do want to, let's talk about some good shit, okay? I don't want this whole video to be negative. I think Season 4 looks pretty interesting. They're bringing in PTR. They pretty much confirmed they're bringing back AOZ, so that's going to be the difficult content where we can actually limit test builds, so that's exciting. They're reworking items. They're going to get, hopefully, less items from content, and at the same time, the stats are hopefully all going to get reworked, and stats on items are going to be a lot better. They're fixing snapshotting. There is a lot of good things happening, so I don't want it to be full downer. I'm just really disappointed with the mid-season patch. I wish the Gauntlet was something else. I wish there was difficult content. I wish there was something to do in this game other than grind Duriel for 300 hours. But anyway, I think a lot of this stuff is really going to be addressed in Season 4. So, if you're a player who, left, don't come back for the mid-season patch. But I would definitely suggest that you check out the game for Season 4. The other big thing in Season 4 is they're doing a PTR. So hopefully what will happen in the PTR is that we're going to get to see... the devs will get to see how people interact with the system, so they won't have another disastrous season start like they did in Season 3. And Blizzard tends to do pretty well when they can work with the community. The downside of the PTR is that the meta is going to be solved before it comes out, which that part's unfortunate, but I do think that this is something they have to do. I don't really trust Blizzard to do seasons well without showing them to us first so that we can give feedback on them, and especially with, you know, the itemization rework and stuff that's coming in Season 4. So, yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys in Season 4, I guess. You know, we still got Last Epoch. There's a lot of good games still out. PoE 2 is coming out soon. You know, I think Blizzard either just got to figure their shit out soon, or, you know, we'll just play Last Epoch and PoE 2, and that'll be totally fine. Those games are great games. And, well, we know Last Epoch's good. PoE 2 looks good. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you guys think of the season. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think I'm being overly dramatic? Anyway, see you later. Peace out.